Have you ever found yourself in a situation that seemed too difficult to handle? Life can be tough, and sometimes it feels like no matter how hard you try, things just go your way. But what to overcome any obstacle that... In this video, we'll explore some powerful tools that inspire you to rise above circumstances and be better than you ever thought possible. So buckle up and get ready to rise within you. Number 1. The Path. Obstacle by Ryan Holiday. Remember, every challenge we face, also an opportunity for self-discovery. When we encounter obstacles, we have to either give up or to persevere in the experience. Facing challenges head-on, we can transform them into opportunities to become stronger and wiser. For example, when a young athlete trains for a competition, they will face many obstacles along the way, such as fatigue, injuries, and setbacks. However, pushing through these challenges, the athlete becomes more resilient, and their hard work eventually pays off when they achieve their goal. Similarly, when an entrepreneur starts a new business, they will face numerous obstacles, such as competition, financial instability, and changing market conditions. But by overcoming these challenges, the entrepreneur becomes more adaptable, and their business eventually thrives due to their perseverance. Number 2. If life knocks you down, get up and keep moving forward. This quote by Vince Lombardi is a call to action for anyone who has faced adversity in life. It reminds us that no matter how difficult our circumstances may seem, we have the power to change our future by taking action. Life is full of ups and downs, and it's inevitable that we will all face challenges at some point. However, it's our reaction to these challenges that truly matters. When we allow ourselves to dwell in self-pity or give up in the face of adversity, we only make things worse. But when we pick ourselves up and keep moving forward, we open ourselves up to new opportunities and a brighter future. This is because when we take action, we shift our focus away from the negative and towards the positive. We start to feel a sense of control over our lives again, and that empowers us to keep going. Number 3. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. This quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson emphasizes the importance of resilience and perseverance in the face of adversity. It reminds us that it's not our mistakes or failures that define us, but rather our ability to learn from them and move forward. Life is full of challenges and setbacks, and it's impossible to avoid failure altogether. However, it's important to remember that failure is not the end of the world. It's simply an opportunity to learn and grow. When we fall, we should dust ourselves off and pick ourselves up again, stronger and wiser than before. This is because it's our response to failure that truly defines us. When we embrace challenges and learn from our mistakes, we become more resilient and better equipped to handle whatever life throws our way. Number 4. The pain you feel today is the strength you'll feel tomorrow. This quote by Arnold Schwarzenegger highlights the transformative power of pain and suffering. It reminds us that while pain can be a source of great anguish in the moment, it can also be a catalyst for growth and self-improvement. When we experience physical or emotional pain, it can be tempting to want to escape and avoid the source of the discomfort. However, by embracing the pain and pushing through it, we can emerge stronger and more resilient on the other side. This is because pain often brings with it a sense of urgency and clarity. It forces us to confront our weaknesses and limitations head-on and to find ways to overcome them. For example, when an athlete trains for a competition, they push their body to the limit and experience intense physical pain. However, by pushing through this pain, they build muscle and strength that they didn't have before. Similarly, when someone goes through a difficult emotional experience, such as the loss of a loved one, they may feel intense pain and grief. But by working through this pain, they may emerge with a newfound sense of strength and resilience. Number 5. I'm not afraid of an army of lions led by a sheep. I'm afraid of an army of sheep led by a lion. This quote by the African proverb highlights the importance of leadership and the dangers of being led by someone who lacks vision and courage. It reminds us that no matter how strong or capable we are individually, If we're led by someone who is weak or incompetent, we're unlikely to succeed. True strength comes from having leaders who can inspire and motivate others, who can take charge and make difficult decisions when necessary. When we follow a strong leader, we can accomplish great things as a group that we never could have done alone. However, when we're led by someone who is afraid or unwilling to take charge, we risk failure and disappointment. That's why it is so important to choose our leaders wisely and to support those who demonstrate the qualities we need to succeed. Number 6. If you want to test your limits, don't ask yourself what you can't do. Ask yourself what you can do. This quote by George Patton is a reminder that our mindset can either empower us to succeed or hold us back from achieving our goals. When we focus on our limitations and what we can't do, we create a self-fulfilling prophecy that prevents us from reaching our full potential. However, when we shift our focus to our strengths and what we can do, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. This is because our mindset shapes our beliefs and influences our actions. When we believe in ourselves and our abilities, we're more likely to take action and pursue our goals with confidence. However, when we focus on our weaknesses and limitations, we're more likely to feel overwhelmed and give up. Therefore, it's important to cultivate a positive and empowering mindset and to focus on our strengths rather than our weaknesses. Number 7. It's not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves. This quote by Sir Edmund Hillary, the first person to reach the summit of Mount Everest, highlights the importance of self-conqueror over external achievements. It reminds us that the greatest challenges we face in life are often internal rather than external. When we set out to achieve a goal, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of success and to focus solely on the external factors. However, it's important to remember that the greatest obstacle we may face is ourselves. Our own doubts, fears, and limitations can often hold us back from achieving our full potential. However, when we focus on conquering ourselves and our own internal struggles, we become more capable of achieving anything we set our minds to. This is because self-conqueror requires discipline, perseverance, and a willingness to push through discomfort, all qualities that are essential for achieving success in any endeavor. Number 8. Life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. This quote by George Bernard Shaw emphasizes the importance of taking control of our lives and creating the future we want for ourselves. It reminds us that we're not simply passive bystanders in the story of our lives, but rather active participants who have the power to shape our own destiny. Many people go through life feeling like they're just going along with the flow, allowing external circumstances and other people's expectations to dictate their choices and actions. However, this approach to life can lead to unhappiness and a sense of meaninglessness. When we realize that we have the power to create our own lives, we become more engaged and motivated by our goals and aspirations. This is because when we set our own goals and work towards achieving them, we feel a sense of ownership and responsibility for our actions. We also experience a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment when we achieve our goals, knowing that we accomplished them through our own efforts. Number 9. Be like a postage stamp. Never lose your first love, your enthusiasm, your faith, your hope, your determination. This quote by an unknown author encourages us to maintain our passion and enthusiasm for life no matter what challenges we may face. It reminds us that our attitudes and perspectives can have a significant impact on our ability to succeed. When we approach life with a positive attitude and a willingness to embrace new challenges, we become more resilient and better equipped to handle whatever obstacles come our way. However, when we allow ourselves to become discouraged and lose sight of our goals, we risk failing to achieve our full potential. Therefore, it's important to cultivate a positive and enthusiastic mindset and to maintain our passion for life even when things get tough. Number 10. My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do it with exuberance. This quote by Maya Angelou is a powerful reminder that we have the ability to create a life that is not only bearable, but joyful and fulfilling. It encourages us to embrace challenges and difficulties as opportunities for growth and self-discovery, rather than simply trying to get by. When we approach life with this mindset, we become more resilient and better equipped to handle whatever challenges come our way. We also become more proactive in creating a life that we're excited about, rather than simply reacting to external circumstances. As we've seen, true strength comes not from avoiding challenges, but from embracing them and using them as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. By adopting the right mindset and focusing on our strengths, we can overcome any obstacle and achieve our goals. Don't wait for the perfect timing. Start now and take one small step towards your dreams.